Good morning, we are back. T3 Kazdikalur T. Hello everyone. Today I have another one for you. This Bling Rock Kingpin. That's how they named it, Mei Leaf. Pretty much it is a ripe puer made with purple tea leaves, and it is the continuation of a previous tea. They named it something else. Can't remember the name. There was a bird on it. Now there's a cat with a necklace on it with a massive diamond. Yeah, it's very, very saucy, very unique design. It's more like, I don't know, is this tea going to be flirting with me? I don't know. But I'm not really sure what to expect from this tea. This is from 2014, made out of teas, big 2014, and then got ripened. But these are purple ones. This is what they make them special. So pretty much the color of the liquor is dark purple. If it is as good as the previous one, then yeah, I'm on a good treat today. So I have this special crew here: Dragon 1, Buffalo, Dragon 2, and the rest. So let's heat up everything as always. And because I have the tea tray, I don't have to be worried about the water as much. So if it goes over, it goes over. Doesn't matter. Let's open this. Now I know what I don't have. The tea scoop. That white porcelain thing. There is always something. Always something. Either the battery is not charged, there is no space on the memory card, there is no charge on the phone, or the tea scoop is not here. Okay. Doesn't smell much. But it does give the same kind of hints as the previous version. It reminds me my granddad's back garden. He had a walnut tree, and he had chickens and whatsoever. But all of these leaves being there just on the floor, pretty much it was left quite natural, with the chickens around and all sorts, and it just gives you that kind of natural smell. So nothing too hard. It's more like, it's fresh, but still it has that kind of ripe puer woodiness in the smell. But it's somewhat fresh. Okay, this will be an interesting one. So let's warm up these as well. They change colors. And warm up these as well, because this sieve is metal, so it dissipates heat very quickly. And let's just I don't know, just take bits out. Looks like it has been broken off from the cake, so it comes in bits. Pretty much they are dark leaves broken off from cake, so don't expect anything unusual. Dark leaves, dark brown leaves, but yeah, they are from cake. So I'm trying to get some amount into this. I'm just going to pour it. You know what? I'm just going to go and be a little bit reckless here. And this is not going to be enough. Come on. There, another chunk. And you know what? Oh, come on. Another chunk. Right. Let's close this down. So I will have next session, maybe, hopefully. Well, this is a 15-gram sampler, so yeah, and it recommends you to put 5 grams into 100 ml. I'm guessing I put like half of it, so 7.5 grams. Doesn't matter. I'd shake it about. And this is the other thing, because the previous version of this tea with the bird on it, can't remember its name. I might put a screenshot in. I drank it in the Amazon teapot, not in this fancy one, the Journey. I personally love the smell. I'm not really sure what I'm smelling, but I love it. There's wood, but it's not like that old wooden something that you left in a kind of storage room for decades. It's kind of wood that that you just started to prepare for furniture. If you you just start to cut it, but those dark woods like oak maybe. So you as, or even if you go out and chop some tree, and you have that smell of wood, but the freshness of it. So there is nothing rotten, there is nothing dusty, there is nothing. And there is something else there which I can't grasp, but I like it. I would say there's some sort of nutty sweetness to it, but it's more sweet than nutty, but I don't know what it is. Let's rinse it. Stop sniffing. Let's rinse this. 99-degree water in Celsius. Pretty much you boil the kettle, let it a minute or so, and then you just, yeah. Anyway, let's rinse it. Okay, that will keep everything warm. There's some sort of clay smell to it, so when you play with mud, and it has that kind of pliable clay smell so far. Yes, that kind of wet clay. Pretty much the first version of this tea did remind me of my granddad's back garden with the walnut tree, with the chicken and all sorts, all of those kind of smells really. I know some people don't, you guys might think, what the hell is all, but just, I don't know. It just, yeah, it was just a nice place actually, and it reminds me there, to that place, and this smell has the same clay, and the whole soil, all the soil was clayey, so that this dark grey clay, which is either wet and you sink in it, or it's so hard it's concrete, so you can't do anything with it. It has that kind of smell. The walnut is there as well. I had a little look on Mei Leaf's website, on the community comments, and some people said coffee, chocolate. I can't really get it yet. No, I can't get that. Our noses are different. Let's pour this water away on the teapots. Let them change their color. This is my showmanship. having tea pads that are changing colors. Right, how long am I supposed to infuse you for? 15 seconds, 15 seconds. Right, right. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, and so on and so on. So, yeah, this will be an interesting one. Purple tea in a purple clay teapot. Yeah, let's go for it. So, I have no idea how many seconds it was there, maybe 20, 25. And that's how the first infusion looks like. From my perspective, because the sun hits from the direction, it's really nice, reddish, amberish, golden mixture of everything. It has kind of strange kind of layers, and there's a wow. Yeah, so it's pretty much like this so far. This is the first infusion. So obviously when the cake pieces start to break down a little, it will give off more color. Just watch for that second brew, second infusion rather. Let's see. What does it taste like? What does it smell like? What does it, the usual. In the journey pot, I have to say it because I'm guessing not every one of you have this pot. So in the journey pot, it's very smooth, and this pot gives lots of strange characteristics for the tea. For example, it smooths it down. You can overbrew teas in this teapot. Sometimes I prefer teas in the cheapest basic pot that you can buy for whatever reason. I'm not really sure. This might be one of those teas that I might have to try in the other teapot as well, because it's just so soft. It has certain thickness to it. I mean, it's first infusion, mediumish, I would say. But and it's not as oily as my previous one. Um, the one that was aged since 1996. It's not as oily, but this is still the first infusion, and so far I kind of like it. Try to exhale through my nose. So the trick is you have some tea in your mouth, and then you try to get some air in, and then exhale through your nose so you can pick up scents. It's not an easy one. Because how are you going to inhale water when the tea is in your mouth, right? Your basic instinct is don't inhale when you have something in your mouth, because it goes down in the wrong hole, and there's a risk to it as well. So I don't know, do a risk assessment, maybe. I'm not getting much really using that technique. I mean, I get this So I try to explain this clayness, this walnutiness, but it's still not there. The leaves need to open up a bit more. Second, third infusion will be the best. Although, I don't know if it's because the tea is obviously hot or because the tea itself, I can feel a little bit of body sensation going towards my head. Not much, but I'm pretty sure it's mainly because of the rising heat. So nothing special, like, you know, like with the, oh, what was it called? Day drinking diva. That was a little bit different. But this is why I'm getting so many different teas in sample packs. Try them and decide which one I like, stick with them. Now I have certain teas that I would use for green tea, for black tea, but not use but have. And yeah, what I'm looking for with this session, not really sure if I made a check mark or whatever in one of my previous videos back in summertime when I got my big batch, is to buy a cake or two for aging, and when they are, you know, 10 years old or 15 years old, open it and, you know, just drink it or whatever. So that's my aim with this, and obviously I'm a little bit curious, so I got some green tea just to test, just to see if I like it. And I got this, you know your sunshine or something like that, and I believe that's a white one. So, you know, I thought that's an interesting one. It was a couple of quid because these sample packs are just a couple of quid. I thought, you know what, let's just throw something new in the whole experience. And I wasn't counting. So was it 20 seconds? Most probably, because I never count these and I always make these videos very long in my opinion. Okay, there you go. Second infusion. Now there you have it. There you have it. Purple hues with the redness. It goes more like a mahogany kind of color. So it's this dark red. It's not purple just yet, but it has a little bit of hints in it when you try to look through the light. I'm not really sure how much you can see. Let's try to zoom in. So you would probably see it somewhere here, maybe a bit better. So maybe here. If I just move it about, this is how it looks like. So I zoom out so my head is not chopped off. That's a bit too much. Something like that. So now it's dark. Like it. I like it. And the sun was out just for the right amount of time. Right, let's see. Second infusion. Right. I'm guessing the leaves broken up a little bit more because there's wood in my face. Wood taste in my face. Where am I going to put you? Right there. Just there. Right. Now I'm going to try to put that aside. See what else can I pick up. I would say the tea has thickened up. I would say for myself it has a little bit of earthiness, but not as earthy as the previous teas that I have tried. Not at all. It's more just like a sidekick to the main wood walnutty taste. I'm still trying to see if I can pick up what some people suggested, coffee and dark chocolate taste, which I can't. So and I also can't really pick up any fruitiness as advertised on that, because on Mei Leaf they have a radar chart with the different taste notes like spiced, fruitiness, earthiness, whatever, and then with the radar chart they pretty much try to give you some sort of idea of what the tea tastes like, and this whole thing was skewed over to the fruitiness, which I can't pick up. And I'm not really sure if it's because of this with the Zerny teapot. I'm really not sure. But the tea has definitely thickened up. Second infusion is going to be thicker, way much thicker than the first, obviously, because as the breakage, these are, you may have seen it, big chunks of cakes, they just start to disintegrate. More tea is being exposed to the water, so it will give off more flavor, more color, everything, obviously. What I noticed though, it leaves certain dryness on the top of my palate. Not like dry, but it's more like something when you are covering yourself, for example, with wet clay. So that's not when at cold winter time your skin is dry because of the air, but when you put some sort of semi-dry clay on your hand, so it's still moist, but you can feel it's kind of mineral and dry. That kind of dryness, like having an extra layer of minerals in my mouth. I don't know, maybe I can just pick up earth tasteness, minerality, and that's it, I don't know. But I definitely can't pick up fruitiness. You know what, let's go for the third one. Still have some hot water in it, probably it's not 99 degrees anymore, but hey. But I guess it's still hot. Yeah, don't touch the kettle, it's hot. So yeah, I will carry on, obviously. In theory you should be able to get 12 infusions out of this. What I noticed with the previous version, and mainly every kind of ripe puer teas, 7-8 infusions gives off the color, gives off everything, and then after 7-8 infusions it starts to dial down. And the previous version of this, it was pretty much at 10, it was, yeah, pretty much it was done. With the 96, the one beforehand, the Tau, I don't know how to pronounce it. 3 letters and I can't do it. With that, even at the 14th, you had some kind of taste and color. Anyway, I think I have overbrewed this because I just talk. Let's see the color now. Right, it's not going to get any darker. And let's just make sure that there is no tea blocking the liquor to coming out. Coming out. Speak in English. Dead. So it's not going to get any darker than the second infusion. It's still the same darkness. It has this mahogany color. This is why. So it's deep red, but with a touch of purpleness. If you are good with colors. If you're not good with colors, or if you're color blind, then it's just dark, pretty much. Oh, I can't remember that famous painter's name, so I'm not discriminating color blind people here. I have a color blind friend, and you know, it's just a thing. It's not a big deal, in my opinion. So there was this famous painter. I think he was Bob something, and he was very quiet, soft-toned, and he was always just painting landscapes, loads of them. And I'm pretty sure you will find his YouTube videos. There's loads on it because they uploaded all of them. My point is, I saw a post on the other day that colorblind person said to him that he can't paint because he's colorblind. So he actually showed him that he can, because he can just paint with grey colors, and with grey you can still paint and create amazing paintings. So you don't need to use any kind of color. And my point is that I'm not discriminating against colorblind people. I'm just trying to say, if you're colorblind, or if you are not good with colors, you won't pick up that purpley hue in it. That's my whole point. Explained in 4 minutes. You're welcome. I have a little bit of extra. Oh, sun is bright. I have a little bit of extra taste in this now. Not really sure what. Not really sure what. It's very, very... I'm not really sure. Hang on. I find it leaves, in my mouth, it leaves finish more similar to a walnut. And maybe you can, if you have ever grabbed the whole coffee bean and you chewed it, not the taste, but as you swallowed it, obviously it became a little bit obviously powdery, and you have that kind of taste in the finish, that kind of grinded coffee bean. So not the taste of the coffee itself, but as you just chew on it and you have that texture, there you go, that kind of texture, and that gives you a certain kind of sensation in the back of your throat as you swallow it. Obviously it's not as extreme as chewing coffee bean. It's just that's what it reminds me of. And also the wood is there, the clearness is there for me. But what you can experiment with, obviously I left the tea there just cool down a little bit. Sometimes when you use a little bit colder water, I may have mentioned it in a couple of videos, So if you experiment with the temperature, you can get different kind of levels of taste. The benefit is if you use colder water that you won't burn yourself, but it can give you a little bit different taste, and it can be to your judgment which one you like. Do you like it with colder water, or do you want to boil the hell out of it? And that kind of finish is still in my mouth. And also, obviously, being ripe puerty, in theory, in all fairness, they are all digestive whatsoever. I haven't had breakfast, and I'm up since 7, and now it's, what is it? It's 11:15, and it doesn't make me feel hungry. Normally, you have a little bit of coffee or whatsoever, and you have the munches on you feel hunger. But with this, I don't feel that. It's more like in the previous video, it was very nice, and it just didn't give you that extreme level of body sensation of, oh, I need to eat because I'm craving sugar kind of thing. I still have that finish in my mouth. Do you know what's the most beautiful thing about this tea? It's 44 quid a cake. So it's nothing like extreme, like 120 or 2,000 pounds or whatever. And it's a good, enjoyable tea. And it's 44 quid. You might think, okay, 44 quid, I can put it on my gas card and, use it as heating or whatever. Yes, you can. The point is not that. The point is that you take 5-7 grams of a cake, which is, I don't know, 200 grams, and then you can infuse it 12 times. Now you do the math. And that doesn't mean that you have to have it every day. You have it every now and then. This is why you have a collection. So you mix it up a little. But I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you my personal point of view of this tea, which I have to put down. Leave it alone. Right. Right, so the tea is cold now. Not cold. I would say just a little bit above ambient temperature. And I just get earthy notes out of it. It doesn't have any kind of previous, if it was there, any kind of higher notes or whatsoever. It's just pretty much earthy, but not strong earthy, so it's not like, good God, it's too much. It's just the right amount. But I'm using this teapot. In different teapot it might taste different, because the teapot affects the tea, because it's a different clay has different amount and kind of minerality. And yeah, and if the clay is porous and you used it for a long time, because being porous, it absorbs, previous teas, and that will affect the taste as well. Anyway, yeah, pardon me. I will do the usual, otherwise this video is going to be extremely long and nobody is going to watch it. Because it will be just becoming boring. What I will do, the usual. So I had 3 infusions. I will go through a couple more, 3, 4 more, and then I will sum it up. Hello, I'm ready to take on infusion number 8. So this is still 7. Cheers. So what I will do a stopwatch, because number 8, 8 times 5, that's 40, plus the basic 15, so that's 55 seconds to a minute really. So let's start it. What I noticed though, that it didn't lose color. The liquor hasn't lost any color really. It just kept its texture, it kept its density, it kept its color and taste as well. Whatever you taste, it will keep it all the way through 7 infusions. We will see shortly what will be like in the 8th infusion. And what I also noticed, that it starts to build up, kind of feeling that, you know, I am hungry now. And since obviously I haven't had breakfast and I didn't want to start cooking, so it won't affect the 50 seconds. So the smell and taste of my food is not going to affect my review of this tea. So I am a little bit shaky now. And yeah, the color is a little bit lighter now, but only by a touch. And if you leave it to be exposed to the air, it will darken up. That's what I have noticed with ripe poor teas do really. They go black, and all of these little deposits that you can't see inside the tea, it starts to sink to the bottom and it starts to oxidize and look like charcoal. But if you leave it there, we are talking about like 10-15 minutes, and then it just pretty much, you will have this dirty black charcoaly water, and the clear water just kind of sits on top, but it's still mixed together, but it's just a little bit bizarre. But that's the tea reacting with the air. So it still has some sort of color, but it's more in the reddish territory. It's more like dark red than having the purple hue. The previous version of this was a little bit more purpley, and there was another tea like purple bud or something like that. That was extremely purple but had no taste or whatsoever, in my opinion. But because they were just pretty much buds, like proper closed up buds, and they just, I don't know, I didn't pick up any taste. It was like some sort of massive, but they were more like rosebuds or something. So the liquor was quite purple. No, sun came out, so you might be able to see a little bit of color if I put it against the wall like this. So that's the 8th infusion. Tastes like it kept that woody clay taste, in my opinion, and that texture in the finish that I was talking about when you eat coffee bean itself. That's just gone. So pretty much now it's just not there. Don't get me wrong, the basic taste is still there. It's still going on strong. I was just talking about the texture finish, that's gone. It still has that kind of drying effect, that layer in my palate, what I was talking about, you know, when you put mud on your hand, and kind of that kind of drying. So it's not, you know, it's just you can feel it's getting a little bit dry, but not too dry. It's it has nice minerality in it, and but not in your face. It's just very much in the background. mainly I pick up the wood notes, those maybe walnutty notes. Um, so yeah, pretty much that's my conclusion about this tea. So it has those kind of notes. I can't pick anything else up, but it still eighth infusion, and it still has the same color and same-ish taste. So well done, and it costs only £44 a cake. Yeah, and it's kind of digestive because I have the munchies now, but in a good way munchies. So it's not like, you know. And I haven't had anything to eat this morning, so to be honest with you, my end conclusion is if you like the taste of the tea, then I would definitely get it, because A, it's in that kind of sense it's a bargain for £44 for the 200 g cake. If you do the math, you will know how many infusions that is, and yeah, you will get a quite decent cake. It's not like, yay, bang in your face, first two brews, first two infusions, three infusions maybe, and then it's all gone. No, it stays there, and it has quite a well balanced taste as well. So yeah, maybe worth aging it a little bit more as well. So you know what, get two cakes. That's my final conclusion. I hope you enjoyed this video, although it's long as always. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.